My love, if these words have found their way to your heart today, I hope you will read them with a gentle smile and an open mind. Sometimes life brings us stories that remind us how valuable love, trust, and kindness truly are. This is one of those stories. Imagine, just for a moment, that the people who care most about your soulmate gathered together one evening. They weren't talking about wealth, appearance, or status. Instead, they spoke quietly about the kind of person who would one day become an important part of their family. Someone asked, "What kind of heart do we hope our son or daughter gives their love to?" The room became silent. One person smiled and said, "Someone who knows how to stay when life becomes difficult." Another replied, "Someone who values honesty over perfection." Then another voice softly added, "Someone who doesn't pretend to be perfect but always tries to become better." As the conversation continued, they described someone who listens before speaking, forgives without keeping score, encourages instead of criticizing, and chooses loyalty every single day, without realizing it. Every quality they mentioned painted the picture of someone remarkably special, someone just like you. No one is flawless. Every person carries memories, disappointments, and dreams that nobody else fully understands. Yet the most beautiful people are not those who never make mistakes. They are the ones who learn, grow, apologize sincerely, and keep choosing love despite life's challenges. That is the kind of person every family hopes to welcome, not because of expensive gifts, not because of impressive achievements, but because genuine character creates lasting happiness. Imagine your soulmate hearing those conversations. Instead of feeling pressured, they felt hopeful. They quietly smiled because they already knew someone who possessed many of those beautiful qualities. Every thoughtful message you send, every act of patience, every moment you choose kindness over anger, every prayer you whisper for someone else's happiness, these are the things that leave lasting impressions. Love grows through countless ordinary moments that become extraordinary because they are shared with sincerity. The family continued talking. "What if this person isn't rich?" Someone answered, "Rich hearts build richer homes." "What if life becomes difficult?" Another smiled. "Then they will face those storms together." What if they disagree sometimes? Every strong relationship has disagreements. What matters is whether they choose understanding instead of pride. The room filled with peaceful agreement. They weren't searching for someone perfect. They were hoping for someone genuine, someone whose actions matched their words, someone who could bring peace instead of unnecessary drama, someone who respected both love and family. If you ever wonder whether your kindness matters, remember this simple truth: people notice consistency. They notice how you treat strangers. They notice whether you keep your promises. They notice your humility. They notice your respect. These quiet qualities often speak louder than grand romantic gestures. Sometimes we believe people only admire success, beauty, or popularity, but many hearts are actually searching for something much rarer: a safe person, a trustworthy person, a compassionate person, someone whose presence makes everyone feel comfortable. Those qualities never go out of style. As the evening came to an end, one final question was asked: "What matters most?" An older family member gently answered, I hope our family grows with someone who understands that love is a daily decision, not just a beautiful feeling." Everyone nodded. Because feelings can change with circumstances, real commitment continues even when life becomes complicated. That is where true love shines brightest. Perhaps this story reminds you of something important today. Never underestimate the quiet strength of your character. Keep showing kindness. Keep choosing honesty. Keep believing that genuine love still exists. The right people value the things that cannot be bought: your patience, your integrity, your compassion, your faith, your willingness to keep growing. These qualities become the strongest foundation for every lasting relationship. Every healthy family hopes to welcome someone who brings encouragement instead of fear, hope instead of doubt, understanding instead of judgment, forgiveness instead of resentment. That kind of love transforms ordinary days into unforgettable memories. So continue becoming the best version of yourself, not because someone expects perfection, but because your future deserves the healthiest, happiest version of you. Your story is still being written. Every lesson you've learned, every challenge you've overcome, every moment you've chosen kindness when bitterness seemed easier, these moments are shaping someone capable of extraordinary love. Never compare your journey with someone else's. Flowers bloom in different seasons. Dreams arrive at different times. Love unfolds according to its own beautiful timing. Trust that what is meant for you will arrive with peace rather than confusion. It will bring clarity instead of endless uncertainty. It will encourage growth instead of fear. And when that day comes, you won't need to pretend to be someone else. Your authentic heart will be enough. Always remember that meaningful relationships are built on respect, communication, laughter, forgiveness, and shared purpose. Those are the treasures that remain valuable long after appearances change. Keep believing in beautiful beginnings. Keep protecting your gentle heart while allowing it to remain open to genuine love. The future has countless wonderful chapters waiting to be written, and each new day offers another opportunity to become the kind of partner who inspires trust, peace, and happiness. May your heart always choose kindness over pride, patience over anger, and hope over fear. May every step you take lead you closer to relationships filled with mutual respect, unwavering loyalty, and genuine affection. The greatest surprises in life often come when we continue living with integrity, loving with sincerity, and trusting that every good thing arrives at exactly the right time. This message is for you because there is something that has been resting on my heart for a long time, and I don't want another day to pass without sharing it. Sometimes life moves quietly behind the scenes, and while you're busy worrying about whether you're enough, whether you're loved, or whether your future is taking too long to arrive, conversations are happening that you never expected. You may not hear every word, but not every meaningful moment is meant to happen in front of your eyes. Imagine this for a moment. Somewhere, people who truly care about someone you haven't fully met yet found themselves talking about you. Your name came up naturally, not because you demanded attention, but because your presence had already left an impression before you even realized it. They didn't discuss your bank account, your popularity, or the number of people who admire you. They talked about your kindness. They talked about your honesty. They talked about the way you make others feel safe without expecting anything in return. One person smiled and said, "I've never met someone quite like them." Another quietly nodded and replied, "There's something peaceful about them. You can tell they have a genuine heart." Of course, every family is protective. They asked questions, just as any loving family would. Would you truly care? Would you stay during difficult seasons? Would you appreciate the person they love, even when life wasn't perfect? These weren't questions meant to judge you. They were questions born from love and concern. As they continued talking, something unexpected happened. Instead of finding reasons to doubt you, they kept discovering reasons to respect you. They admired your patience, even though you sometimes feel unnoticed. They admired your strength, even though you often believe you're weak. They admired your ability to keep showing kindness even after disappointment tried to convince you to become cold. Someone finally spoke the words that changed the entire conversation. "I think this is the kind of person we've been praying would come into our family." The room became quiet, not because anyone disagreed, because everyone secretly felt the same thing. Life has a beautiful way of preparing hearts long before two people finally meet. While you've been wondering if anyone truly understands you, there are people who would one day be grateful that you exist. They don't expect perfection from you. They simply hope you'll continue being the genuine person you've always been. You probably don't realize how rare authenticity has become. Many people wear masks to impress the world, but you've continued trying to be real, even when being real wasn't easy. That quiet honesty speaks louder than any perfect image ever could. There will always be moments when fear whispers that you're not enough. Ignore that voice. It only speaks from old disappointments. The truth is that your value has never depended on someone else's temporary opinion. The right people recognize a sincere heart before they notice anything else. Maybe you've experienced rejection before. Maybe promises were broken. Maybe someone made you question your worth. Those painful chapters were never meant to become your entire story. They were lessons, not definitions. Your future isn't built on yesterday's heartbreak, it's built on tomorrow's hope. The people who truly matter won't expect you to pretend to be someone you're not. They'll appreciate your laughter, your quiet moments, your dreams, your imperfections, and even the little habits you sometimes apologize for.